Hi everyone, this is Nick, and this is the part 2 of the Moana Chimes tutorial. So if you haven't seen part 1, go back and watch my previous video. But in this part of the lesson, I'll be teaching you how to play the song Pa'ahana. So of course, in the last video, I told you you're in the Taropatch tuning, which is an open G. Sounds like this. It's DGDGBD, just like the last video. And you might have heard the song Pa'ahana before. I know the Peter Moon band does it. I usually listen to that one. And if you play it in different tuning, which you drop this top string to make it a C tuning, then you can play it like they do, and it might sound a little different. It sounds kind of like this. And that's kind of how the song sounds. But we're playing it in Taropatch, which is the instrumental version. And it's going to be using the scale a lot. So it's going to be like... So if you're not familiar with the slack key scale, go back to my previous tutorials where I teach you the basics of slack key. So when you're playing it, you want to start off where you're actually going to carry on from Moana Chimes. So the way it works is you're going to play Moana Chimes maybe 2 or 3 verses, you know, like... So you might play, 2 or 3 verses of that. Then as soon as you're done, you're going to go right into Pa'ahana. And the way you start Pa'ahana is you're going to start with the open second string. You start open, and then second string, first fret. And then open first string. So, just like that. And then you're gonna go right into the scale, so. And you're gonna be plucking on only the first and third strings. And you're gonna start on the position on the scale on the 7th fret and the 9th fret right here. So 7th fret, 3rd string, and 1st fret, 9th string. So it's gonna go. Then you're gonna move. And you're only using those 2 strings, the 1st string and the 3rd string. You can kind of pluck them at the same time, simultaneously, so. That's kind of the first line of Pa'ahana. And one thing to note is don't be afraid to make it sound a little bouncy, because you're going between these positions, so it does sound kind of bouncy, like. When I was taught this song, I was taught that it's a waltz. It's a waltz song, so it can sound kind of bouncy. You can play it smooth if you want. And if you want to play it smoother, all you got to do is kind of alternate your picking instead of picking it at the same time. So the line that follows that first line, so the second line, is going to sound almost the same. So after you play the first one, that goes. You're going to go into the second line, and it's kind of partial, a partial line. So it goes. you're gonna stop there, and then you're gonna change. You're gonna go into a vamp. So instead of continuing up here and doing, you know, all that, you're gonna go pull back into a vamp like that. So it goes. And I'll show you what my fingers are doing with that if you want a little close up. So one more time. And it starts with that slide on the 3rd fret, on the 3rd string, from the 5th fret down to the 9th. So after you play that little vamp, you're gonna do a move where you just go to the 1st string, 3rd fret. So. And if you want to make it a little fancy, you can go. Sorry, let me do that again. So after you finish the vamp, you're going to slide back down to the 9th, 1st string on the 9th fret, 2nd string, 8th fret. And then you're going to go to the 1st string, 3rd fret. So, but if you want to keep it simple, just go. And that's pretty much the end of the 2nd line. Now we're going to go into the 3rd line, which is a little bit more tricky. You're going to have to know a couple different fingerings you're going to make, and they're going to be using at least 3 fingers. So watch carefully. Okay, so I'll try to make this as simple as possible. So immediately following that note you're gonna make on the 3rd fret 1st string, you're gonna do a series of these kind of weird shaped chords. You're gonna go. So you're gonna start with those 3. So the first one you're gonna make is going to be 1st string, 10th fret, 2nd string, 8th fret, and 3rd string, 9th fret. So it should be like that. 1. That's what it should sound like. And keep in mind, when I watch other people play this part of the song, they actually use sometimes different fingerings than I'm doing. But this is the way I was taught, so it goes. And you're gonna kind of pluck on those. Just like that. Then the next one is kind of easy. It's just gonna be barring on the 9th fret. So it's gonna go. And the next one, the 3rd one, is gonna be 1st string, 7th fret, 2nd string, 8th fret, 3rd string, 9th fret. It's gonna be just kind of like a stairway going up. Boom, boom, boom. And you're gonna be just plucking on that one too. So it should go. And then you're just gonna follow that up with a vamp. Just like that. And then you're gonna go right back to that 3rd fret 1st string, just like the same way you ended the last line. So once more, it's gonna go. And that's the 3rd line. So now let's get into the 4th line. So finally, the last and 4th line of this song, after you do the, it's gonna be very similar to that, but you're gonna do one different chord at the end. So it's gonna start with the same one. The second one is the same too. But instead of doing this staircase one that I showed you, you're gonna do a different kind of staircase. It's gonna start on the 7th fret, 4th string, 7th fret, 4th string, then 6th fret, 3rd string, just like that. So, and then you're gonna press down on both the 1st and 2nd string of the 5th fret, kind of like that. So they're both covered. And you're gonna use this ring finger to kind of pluck on this 7th fret, 1st string, 7th fret. And I'll show you what I'm doing here with my fingers, close up. So that's one of the trickiest moves in the song, in my opinion. So it's gonna go, let me try again. And then you can end it right there with a vamp. And then one more vamp. So one more time it goes. And one more time. So that's one way to end it, is just by doing that vamp. But there's two other ways that you can do it, or I'm sure there's many more. You can come up with as many as you want. But I usually hear a lot of people play it on the bass, so they go. And I'm playing kind of a variation of that. It's kind of my own variation. But it's basically finishing it off on the bass. Then the way that I originally learned it was a different way. It was all the way over here. So it goes. So either of those ways works, but the simplest way is just to finish it off with 2 vamps. But if you want to play it the way that I learned it, I'll do a little close-up. All you're doing is, after you do that move over here, you're going to just bar on the first 2 strings. You're going to start on the 10th fret and slowly move your way 10th fret, 11th fret, 12th fret, just plucking on those 2 strings. Then you're going to go one more time. So after, on the 10th fret again, you're gonna go 1st string, 2nd string, and then just like that. So, and then to play the bass part up here, you know, my variation of playing it is, as soon as I finish the, you come up here and you do a lot of these hammer. So you just pluck it. That's on the 5th string. You're on the 6th fret, 5th string, and you're kind of hammering this buzzing on the 7th fret, And the way that you're doing it is you're a lot of times plucking an open string before you do this kind of hammer move. So that's a little bit more advanced. So if you're just starting out, you know, trying to learn this song, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But I hear a lot of people play some variation of the bass up there. So I would recommend, after you play the, you know, 2-3 verses of Moana Chimes at the beginning, then you'd play maybe 1 or 2 verses of Pa'ahana, and then you go back to Moana Chimes and you play 1 or 2 verses of Moana Chimes and you finish it off. But that's pretty much it for Moana Chimes and Pa'ahana. It's kind of like a song where you do it in a medley together. And I guess my advice would be to just take it slow and watch other people play it on YouTube and listen to other people who have played it. And I guess I'll leave you with a full demonstration of the whole song, Moana Chimes and Pa'ahana. So good luck with the playing.